Yo, what is up again, guys? It's Voices in the Movies, aka Ethan. Today we're gonna be doing Godzilla, King of the Monsters. Phenomenal movie, really phenomenal. You really cannot change my mind about this movie. Overall, 4.5 out of 5 for so we do my review. Overall, characters in this movie, I loved all the characters. They had such an amazing story because they started from because they were put in 2014, and then we see how they get affected, which really made the movie really stand out. And then just seeing Godzilla like this, we kind of see how he's trying to be the keeper of humanity. He's trying to be like, no monsters attacking this place because I'm the protector. When Ghidorah showed up, he went full on crazy. He wanted to kill Ghidorah so bad. It was so worth it to watch this movie. It was really good overall. Beginning was mad good. Oof. Before I get into the spoiler kind of section, this also I'm gonna a little sidetrack a little. It's not related to this movie, but some updates about other movies are new Matrix movie, which looks well, we haven't gotten a trailer, but new Matrix movie, Keanu Reeves putting as Shadow, which honestly, low key, I love how he's doing that. And then the new Transformers and G.I. Joe collab, which is a little weird for me. Or I'm a little scared. Because I don't know how they're going to do this. They could either mess this up for Transformers or they could make it even better. But now back to Godzilla. We kind of see his atomic breath, how he evolved it also. And then, you could also see how this is the spoiler section also, not gonna lie. But we can see how the orca really affects this movie, because it was we're talking to the Titans, so that way we can keep peace with them. But we can't really be bad or else they kill us. But then also the sort of main villain, not Ghidorah, not the Titan, it was this general from Russia, I think, that escaped. His vibe was a little weird, but it was I want to wake all the Titans so that way the Earth will be safe. Where do you get that from? The Titans spread radiation and that makes life, but that don't really do much for y'all, because y'all can get killed. And then also another weapon that they did with the oxygen destroyer bomb, I found that a little cool. I found that really cool. It killed everything. Even though it didn't kill Ghidorah, it killed Godzilla. Oh my god, I love that scene also. Rodan's scene, up to when they get to Rodan, this movie got so good. Mothra's scene was okay, it's not like you're gonna expect anything more. But then also every Titan, when they awoke, except Godzilla, except the ones that we saw on screen, not through the cameras and everything, but every single one basically was so good. Rodan was in a volcano, Mothra was just in an egg in a mountain, Ghidorah was in ice. I think also, I'm gonna be a little bit of a nerd now. I think Ghidorah was, during the Ice Age, I kind of think that Shimu froze that place. I really think that she froze that place. Not trying to make this canon to Godzilla x Kong, but I think she froze that place. I think that's where her territory was. But then, also we see a great connection with the main character, Madison's dad really brought this movie way up. He was overall really good. He wasn't bad, but he when they would put him on every time he was on screen, so good, so good. You cannot fight me. But then also it was like when they did when Godzilla was putting an intimidation display outside when they were in water, man, he said they put the shield up. He said, "Do not fire those guns," and put the shield down. I was like, "What?" I was like, "What are you doing, bro?" Like, and it was really worth it. I wish I had discovered the Godzilla franchise when this movie came out, but sadly I was little and I never got to see this in theaters. Sadly, but I know a lot of people that are fans of this movie. I know Mind of a Nerd Talk, which is my big brother. He loves the Godzilla movies, like, and if you don't like it, then you fight him. But then, like, it was overall, the plot was a little weird with awakening all the Titans, which I don't think they should have went that route, because they should have, like, it was weird. I found it, like, you're gonna wake all the Titans up and then just put them all back to sleep, because at the end Godzilla screams and says, like, "Oh, go to sleep, everyone, like, don't mess with me, I'm the king of the monster." I'm like, what? I'm like, why are you going and doing awakening Titans to going back to sleep? Like, what? But then we can also, it was a little weird to see another Mutos appear, which I was really like, what? I was like, weren't these things dead? But apparently not. I guess an egg survived. But then also when they when it was when the spider looking one, not the, I know, it was like orangish. That one appears in Godzilla X Kong New Empire, which, man, he got clapped by Godzilla. Like, Godzilla did not care. Like, and also we can see how Godzilla is getting really more aggressive. Like, when he's also an Apex Titan, which also you have to take that in consideration. All the Apex Titans, when they see another Apex, they will go crazy. They will clap them. Like, oh my god. Like, you do not understand. And then, like, it was, I just really like how the movies that go right and then go back to when Godzilla first came, like in Godzilla 2014, when their characters were from there. That's what I really like about these movies. That's what I really like. But then Godzilla versus Kong, even better. Like, it's still the same rating as this, but this movie, I really don't know how it can get better. I really, it's just like, I don't know. It's, if it would have, I really would have wished to see more, like, fight scenes where, like, he does more. Like, I want to see them go on the ground and, like, actually fight more. Which, the final battle, they kind of used that with Ghidorah. But then, like, when he charged up and was red, I was like, what? I was like, what is this? Like, he went Super Saiyan. He said, nah, I ain't dead, bro. And then he went, and he kept shooting. I was like, what? But then, also, spoilers if you haven't seen Godzilla X Kong, leave the video right now. Or skip over this. How does Mothra did Mothra get reincarnated? Like, her soul got to Hollow Earth? Like, I kind of find that a little question, but that's for the next video. That's for the next episode. But, a few things before, I talk a little more. We will probably, if we get a little bit more subs, most likely we'll be doing a watch along, for Godzilla. We will be doing Godzilla versus Kong. I think we should do that. We'll either do Godzilla versus Kong or we'll do something else. I'll put a poll up and I'll ask which one should we do. But that's kind of not really much to talk about anymore. But Monarch, we can kind of see Monarch was a little weird because they took one of the Muto's head and they just put it in the base and just uses it. I'm like, what? I mean, I get that you're trying to study it, but it's a little weird. But then also, if you were paying attention during when they were on the plane on talking about the Titans, they said that there was like 18 or 17 and counting. He's Dr. Serizawa said, and I was like, what? I said, how many? But then Kong Kong hadn't been like found really. But then they kept mentioning Skull Island, Skull Island. But then the Skull Crawler. So I'm guessing that the Skull Island hadn't happened until after Kingdom Monsters, because I'm guessing that Kong didn't respond to the ape. He didn't listen. Kong wasn't listening. He really was just strolling and doing his thing. He wasn't listening to because he's Apex. He wasn't listening to Ghidorah. Like, that was also what I found a little cool, is that he was really like, I'm not gonna do all this for you, Ghidorah. I'm gonna do my thing and do because I'm Apex. That was also cool. But then, so I'm guessing that now, if you really, but then there's also been so many more Titans that have been born and killed. Like, it's hard to keep track. I'll probably do a video on that. I really want to do a video on that. But then, so I'm guessing that the Skull Crawler never died at this point. I'm guessing that it died after, because I think Skull Island took place after. Which, Skull Island, we're gonna have some fun with that. I have to watch Skull Island again, because I haven't even watched it. Yeah, so I've been rewatching every single MonsterVerse movie since Godzilla 2014. I've been rewatching, so I'm gonna go see Godzilla X Empire, the new Empire again, in hopes to find the rest of the Funko Pops. I found Kong, Scar King, and Zuko. Now I have to put my order in for Shimu. I have to put my order in for her and Godzilla, and then I'll have the whole set, excluding the big ones, because I might not buy those. I don't know yet if I save up enough money. But that's really all for this movie. Like I said, 4.5 stars, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace. See you on Godzilla vs. Kong.